Just about set to go. And today on the hill, Blake Snell.
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Ricky Henderson, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. 0-2. Foul ball, still 0-2. That's to third. Throw on to Freeman. One up, one down. Starling Marte up to hit.
It's always an exciting day at the ballpark when you have a pitcher as good as Blake Snell on the mound. I mean, this lineup is dealing with a 6'4" lefty that does a great job of missing bats and has a variety of pitches that can beat you.
And strike two.
Snell is tall, he can throw heat, and he's the type of pitcher that loves to throw his best stuff as much as possible, which includes a nasty curveball.
One out, bases empty. That misses the zone. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Out number 2. Cal Raleigh will hit next. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
And that one fouled off. Outside low. 1-2 the count.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Down the line. Guerrero after it. He makes the grab, and that is that. Back here with my pal Singy, getting the nod in this one. Corbin Burns. What's the scouting report on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
We go to the bottom of the first. Now it's the shortstop, Derek Jeter, into center field. That'll fall for a hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. Trey Turner at the plate. First pitch, and he just misses.
Burns, like a lot of guys in the majors, played several sports growing up. He was a really good football player.
Albies. Turner is out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the second baseman, Hank Aaron. Slings to first, and there's 2 away. So here's the cleanup hitter, Manny Ramirez. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Marte really on his horse for it. And that's the third out. Second inning set to go. And now the DH, Christian Yelich. Snell back to work. That one ripped. And that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Luis Ariz stands in. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
In the dirt, blocked. The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Well, here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. In the dirt, but kept close.
0-1.
Yelich goes. Pitch in for a strike. To second, but way too late. Safe there. Yelich, the runner at second with one away.
Ball.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
And Albies is retired.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Next to hit, Rafael Palmeiro. First pitch, not close. There's a swing and a miss.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
This one in the dirt. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one fouled off. 2-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
It's like the Wild Wild West, Cowboys and Indians, yeah. So watch how you step to me, 'cause I've been scoring.
And we're back, bottom of the inning, and now Vladimir Guerrero. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. And there's one away. Digging in, Jason Varitek. The part about Burns' journey that's so interesting, former 4th-round pick out of St. Mary's, where he pitched alongside Tony Gonsolin. Second inning here, no score. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
2 strikes.
Pitch misses there, and it's 1-2. And a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Now there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
And the pitch. Misses inside, and the count is 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So up next, Adrian Beltre. First pitch misses. Varitek off of first with 2 away. That misses, and it's 2-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you.
Drops into the glove, and that will end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd, scoreless game. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Elly De La Cruz. Shortened the bunt and missed it, and it's 0-1.
You know, one of the most memorable innings ever for Elly happened in July 2023. In one inning, De La Cruz hit a 2-out single to take the lead and then proceeded to do something that a Reds player hasn't done in more than 100 years. He stole second, third, and home in the same inning. It only took 2 pitches for him to steal all 3 bases.
And that bunt goes foul. It's a strikeout. Pete Crow Armstrong now at the plate. And he lays down a bunt. Grabs it barehanded and safe. Bang, bang play, but speed wins on a great effort there. Here's the left fielder, Ricky Henderson. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And a foul ball.
Runner, yes,
There
yes.
goes the runner. Strike in there. That
One
one
ball,
not
2
close.
strikes.
Now 1 and 2. Puts a bunt down. And that bunt goes foul. It's a strikeout. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now Starling Marte. Runner breaks for third. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And a
Outside,
fastball
that's
misses
ball.
outside for a ball. And it's 1 and 1. Runner goes again. Pitch misses. Throw to third. Out. And that will end the inning. As we go to the last of the third. Here's Byron Buxton. And he's the home run leader on this team, Siggy. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt.
0 and 1.
That's not even close to the zone.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
0 and 2.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So the lineup flips over. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Derek Jeter. Swings and misses. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Jeter taking all the way, and that's a strike. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Here's Trey Turner. He's 0 for 1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0 and 1.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile.
No
And
ball,
that's strike
2
2. And that's
Oh, watch
outside.
out.
Fights that one away. Still 1 and 2. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. Foul ball, still a 1 and 2 count. 2 down, nobody on. That one way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him looking. And he strikes out the side in the third. Back here in L.A., here's Starling Marte. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Out in front and foul to the left side.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Strike 2.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
That's towards center. Buxton moves under it. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Raleigh now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. And that skips in the dirt.
Ball.
Fourth inning underway, no score. Off the mark there. 3 balls and a strike.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
He's got it, and there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Yelich, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Well, you got to be careful with this guy. 2 outs, nobody on. He's looking to drive the ball really far. So if you can't get him to chase your pitch, you might just pitch around him a little bit and deal with the guy on deck if you walk him.
And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Bottom 4, and now Hank Aaron. One of the amazing things about Hank Aaron is the consistency he had over the course of his career. That one outside. And that is ball 1.
In terms of that consistency, making an all-star game in 21 straight seasons is a pretty good indicator of what a steady player Hank was. There were no bad seasons for Hammer and Hank. There were hardly even any bad days.
Next offering is in for a strike. And a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Nice swing to drive that pitch up the middle. Could have easily been out in front on the off speed and pulled off of it, but he was looking to use the big part of the field, and he executed his plan perfectly.
Ramirez, the next to hit, takes outside. Fair ball. Runner holds it second, but they've got something going on here.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
That one finds the zone, and 1-1. And delivers outside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
He goes down looking. Now at the plate, Jason Varitek. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That's in there, and that's strike 1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Nice job behind the plate there. Here is Freddie Freeman. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that one clips the corner.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
On its way to the corner, and that's a foul ball. Hank on second. Ramirez at first. 2 out of the inning. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Back here at Chavez Ravine. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Luis Arias. Snell back to work. pitch is in the dirt. 1-0.
Well, these guys, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
And there's a strike.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and lifted in the air. It falls in, and that's a hit.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Albies swings through it for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. There's 1. On to Freddie. Double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
Hit in the air left field. Ramirez has this one sized up, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it.
I ain't about to pick it, but I probably send a cap. I was never a gentleman, I was raised in a trap. Let you spend all this money tomorrow, I made it back.
Back here at Dodger Stadium, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
You know, this group of hitters finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
That one missed.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
And now the center fielder, Byron Buxton.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him.
The tag, and he's out. So the batting order turns over, and here is Derek Jeter, 1 for 2. Here's a high chopper, Arise. To first, 3 up, 3 down, inning over. And we're back, and the batter will be the shortstop, Elly De La Cruz.
You can feel the extra attention on Elly anytime he comes to the plate. This guy's a player that keeps you on the edge of your seat because you don't know what he's going to do next. He can hit for power, steals bases. He can throw the ball 100 miles per hour across the infield. He's electric.
Puts a bunt down.
The center fielder, number 4.
Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Trying to move him over here. Throw into third, and he's got a double. To third, tag, got him.
Well, just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner into scoring position. Got it down successfully. Now we'll see if they can drive him in from second. As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Runner takes off for third. Pitch outside. To second, and he's out. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
2 outs. Squares, pushes at it, misses it. It's a strike. 1-2. And look out as that one ran in and got him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Marte in the box again, takes a strike. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're the top half of the 6th. Marte, 23 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Bunts it towards the mound. Tosses to first. Marte retired. Out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Trey Turner.
Just some things we shoot. Oh, cool.
And that misses. And that's ball 1. There's the strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
That one finds the zone. 1-2. Caught him looking for the K. Here's the second baseman, Hank Aaron. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. All tied up here in the bottom of the 6th. Stays alive.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Now fly ball to right center. Marte. They got it for out number 2. And now here is Manny Ramirez. Missed with a changeup. Ball 1.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
And that's a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. That finds the mark on the inside corner.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after.
He locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Back here in L.A., and now the catcher comes up to him, Cal Raleigh. Foul ball there. Strike 2.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
That's ripped. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Yelich swings through it for strike one. Smashed it. A two-run homer. It's 2-0. Stepping in, Luis Arias. This one lifted in the air, left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One away. Ozzie Albies up to the plate.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
One down, base is empty. Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball. And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. On to first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout. 2 outs. Base is empty. At the plate, Rafael Palmeiro. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Now it's the right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero. Swings and misses. 0-1.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
0-2 now. Up the middle. Albies. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Here's the catcher to hit, Jason Varitek.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Crow Armstrong ranges back. Gone! And they've got their first run. It's 2-1. 1 out, base is empty. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Strike 1.
0-1.
Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. And he won around. Just enough that time. To the right side. In plenty of time to first. And Freeman is retired. Adrian Beltre, the next to hit. And that one fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Everything came together for him. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Now here is Byron Buxton. Up the middle. Save! He beats it!
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Now we'll see if they can pick up that tying run and start us over here in the late innings.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. On the ground to short. They take the force out. They limit the damage here. Back here at Dodger Stadium. We're at the top of the 8th. Now it's the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Pitching change here, Jimmy Garcia.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Right through there for a strike. Next offering misses. 1-1. Curve in the dirt.
1 strike.
Shortened the bunt and missed it, and it's 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
On a line out towards center. Brings it in with a nice run and grab. And there's one down. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
That's outside, and the count is 2-0. He swings and fouls one off. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. And now it's even up.
2-2.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Varitek down to first with it. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike. Drops a bunt down the first base side. Freeman. And that's a bunt single. That was placed perfectly. And now the right fielder, Starling Marte. Bunting, but that's a foul ball. That one inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch to
Ricky on the move. Pitch misses in. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. Runner on the go again. There's a ball.
Outside. No.
Throw to third. Save. And ball 4, 2 aboard. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Cal Raleigh getting ready to hit. Ripped to short. They get the force. That ends the inning as they squander a chance. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the DH. Trey Turner. Milner back to work. Arise. And they get Turner for the out.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in a ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Hank in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Out to short, and there's a hit. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Manny Ramirez. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back. Out of here. And that's how they take the lead. It's 3-2. 1 down. Vladimir Guerrero will hit next. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. On the ground to third. Over to first. Great pick. 2 down, base is empty. Jason Varitek now at the plate. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And that will end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's Christian Yelich. Billy Wagner on a pitch out of the pen here.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And that one fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. in the dirt, and a count 1-2.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Fights it off. He'll see another. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Throw on to Freeman. Out, leading off the top of the ninth, and they take care of a big threat right there. Arise. Swings through it for strike one.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the
No
zone.
ball, 2 strikes.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. In the dirt.
Ball,
It's a
2
ball
strikes.
and 2 strikes. Just
Outside.
missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that's a strikeout looking. Now only 1 out remaining. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. The catch is made to end it.
All these players were able to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th and just cruise to this win, getting those final 3 outs in the top of the 9th. Excellent job of securing your home field and keeping the fans in the ball game all the way to the end. Nice W all the way around.
A 3-2 final score in this one. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.